everybody! In honor of our 6th year anniversary and our new beginning as your idols, welcome to our long-awaited Q&A video. Yay! Before anything else, we'd like to thank everybody who took the time to send us their questions. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we had a lot of fun just going through them all. To avoid a 4-hour-long video, we're gonna have to pick a few. Yeah, without further ado, here is the first question.
So I do think a lot of our members do want to attend and travel and perform at other conventions outside of our city, but it does depend on our schedule, our availability, and our budget at that time. So hopefully when the pandemic's over, we will be able to travel to other conventions in the future, like in Toronto.
Before the pandemic, there was actually a small group of us who were planning to go to YetiCon in 2020. We'll hopefully be able to go in 2022.
If there are any other places that you guys want to see us at, please let us know and maybe we can make it happen.
I think one of the secrets to lasting a long time is having a lot of patience. So patience for each other, getting the footage back from a cameraman or to get your cosplays in time, wait for recording dates, waiting for members to come back. We have that pretty often with members going out of the country, myself included. So a lot of patience is really needed if you want to kind of hold things together. The other thing would be work ethic. We all have the similar drive to keep making new projects and learning new songs. Lastly, I think it really helps that we're all kind of similar age or in similar life stages. We're all either in university right now or recently graduated. Most of us have jobs, so we have regular income source to help support the cost of cosplay. Most people have a driver's license or even their own car, so being able to have that kind of independence really helps with getting things completed.
Another thing that really helps our group work well is that we try to divide responsibilities between members. So, for example, for our social media, Mimi does our Instagram, Chow does our YouTube, Flan does Facebook, Sakura does Bilibili. And when we do any editing, we also have different people in charge of that. Sakura's in charge of most of our photos, Aani does most of our videos, and then I do our graphic design work. And then when we have to communicate with conventions or other places that we perform, Flan and Aani usually do that for us.
This is kind of general. It's not just us or Love Live. It's no secret that a lot of groups that last a long time are also super close and really good friends with each other. And I feel like especially that's the case for us. We're genuinely good friends. I feel like especially these past 2 or 3 years, we've gotten a lot closer and we've become better friends. I feel like because of the pandemic, it's hitting us really hard because we can't see each other. We play games together more often recently. We chat often. We send each other funny memes. Oh, one thing actually, recently we've all started our own journeys to a healthier lifestyle. Some of the girls actually, they stream their workout, which is super nice. It always makes me feel touched because after a workout, Megane will send this picture of hedgehogs she drew to encourage us to work out more. Even before the pandemic, we were hanging out and stuff. It's our tradition after every shoot for us to eat out together. So any conflicts we had during the shoot and anything that stressed us out would be resolved at the dinner table. It's just an excuse for us to hang out. Aside from that, because we're super good friends, we give each other love and support just as much as we roast each other and we're at each other's necks, really. TLDR, good friendship.
Right now we do have some projects planned, but the pandemic has obviously slowed down the production of them. But we are planning some group numbers along with some solos that are outside of Muse as well. So we hope that you guys look forward to that.
Yeah, please go for it.
My favorite part about male Love Live groups is seeing their adaptation of the costumes, because Love Live often has a lot of very feminine costumes and I love to see adaptations of them made to be more masculine. I think it's very creative and it's very exciting to see those. If you're looking for any inspiration, I would recommend looking on Bilibili because they have a lot of male Love Live groups on there.
Hopefully some of the other questions that we've answered or will be answering shortly can also serve as some helpful tips for managing your own group. Good luck!
I am actually the oldest member, the youngest being Chow. Between the two of us, there's a 7-year age gap. I think we are also the two shortest members, me being like 1 centimeter taller than her.
One of us member is married and one of us member is get engaged. So the one of the member is get married is me.
For our performance, we can have more than 9 people. It does depend on member availability and the stage size. We usually do have a large 9-member song, and then we also have smaller subunit songs. That way everyone can have a turn at performing and dancing on the stage.
We also don't always perform live. Sometimes at our live shows, depending on how many people are available to participate, we adjust our set list accordingly. We sometimes like to throw in some J-pop or K-pop to cater to how many people we have.
Due to COVID these days, we can't, but in normal circumstances, we meet once a week, practice for about 2.5 hours. Of course, if there's a performance or recordings coming up, we might extend this time or add an additional practice during the week. Usually no one skips practice because we all love to hang out and practice our dances together. But if people have to miss because life gets in the way, then they'll let us know in advance, and usually we share notes from practice of what we did, so then whoever wasn't there can see what they missed out on or what they should think about for next week. But it's always a lot of fun, and it's just nice to get to dance together.
For me, I think it's a tie between 2 songs actually. Arashi no Naka no Koi Dakara and Love Wing Bell.
My favorite song is OP2 from the first Love Live series, Sore wa Bokutachi no Kiseki. Pardon my terrible Japanese. Actually watch our super old dance cover that we just recently released last month over on the Idols YouTube channel. Shameless plug.
My favorite song is Shangri-La Shower.
My favorite Muse song is Dancing Stars on Me.
I really like Loneliest Baby and Kito Seishun ga Kikueru.
I think my favorite Muse song would have to be Happy Maker.
For my favorite Muse song, I actually have 2. I really like Angelic Angel, and I also really like Snow Halation.
I have 2 favorite songs, そして最後のページには and Happy Maker. And I've been fortunate enough that I've been able to perform both songs already. That being said, I wouldn't mind redoing them again, so let me know.
Endless Parade, Shangri-La Shower, and Natsuiro Egao de Want to Jump. I'm actually the reason we did that song as our first video.
My favorite Muse song is Ashtiru Wansui.
My favorite's Want to Jump, just because it was the first dance we all recorded together, so I have a lot of good memories about it. However, hopefully we're able to do it again someday. It was our first recording, so I feel like we didn't do it enough justice.
My favorite songs from Muse is between Shangri-La Shower, Sunny Day Song, and No Brown Girls. And what's cool is I already performed those songs, and it sucks to be whoever has not done their Ride or Die song, because I did all 3, and it's great.
So first year I came to Winnipeg, I was looking for friends to do cosplay with, and I met Sakura online. That year, Kaguya was also super popular, so I asked her if she's interested in doing it, and she responded me right away because she was having the same idea. So we started with recruiting our friends to the group, but there weren't enough members. So 2015, we went to Winterfest, trying to look for more members for our group. We met Aani, Jenna, and Magni there. We went up and asked if they're interested in joining us, and they said yes.
So Aani, Gina, and I were friends from way back in elementary school. We had a former dance group that did a lot of J-pop, and then every year we attended the local anime convention together. I think it was Winterfest. We went into some random room and they were playing J-pop music. We got really lucky with the songs they were playing, so Aani, Gina, and I knew the choreography too already, so we were being weird nerds. And I guess Yui saw us from across the room, went to say hi. Oh, do you like J-pop dancing? Do you know Love Live? Are you interested in dancing to Love Live? Do you like to cosplay to Love Live? Personally, I'm not really good at following conversations when a room's loud or there's music playing or whatever, so Gina and Aani did most of the conversation. But after we left the room, they were like, yeah, you just agreed to join a cosplay dance group.
Then we had our first song, Summer Jump, instead of Kaguya.
Nico.
if it wasn't already obvious, is Haneo. She was my first love. Her love of rice really resonated with me. We stand rice.
My favorite characters in Love Live are Nozomi and Maki.
My favorite character is probably Maki or Nozomi.
Hanayo, best girl. We love rice in this house.
As I'm sure a lot of you guys know, my favorite character is Umi.
From Muse is definitely Nico, and from Aquarius is kind of like a close tie between Ruby and Yoshiko.
My favorite character from Love Live is actually Yohane.
Kotori. And Aqua is Riko.
My favorite character is Maki.
So I'm like really indecisive, so I don't really have a favorite Love Live character, which I think is sort of helpful because like I'll cosplay anyone, but like I think I've cosplayed Ellie the most, so I think she's my favorite.
Favorite Love Live character of all time. Favorite Love Live character of all time. Rin. History of Idols and Yours is that we were both separate groups that debuted at the same time.
We've watched each other and supported each other for quite a while, and then we actually had two people that were shared in both groups. So Sakura, and then I was also asked to be a member in Yours.
We came to realize like we're slowly becoming friends. Eventually they asked the other group, hey, is anyone free to help out? And that happened so many times. Eventually there was a conversation, maybe we should merge.
So we thought, hey, why not just share all of our members and share all of our skills and talents? We got along, so let's just do everything together now officially.
That'd be cool because we're all homies.
One of the most difficult projects that we've done is one that's actually upcoming. We haven't finished it yet, but it has a lot of parts to it, so that's been kind of difficult.
And that concludes our 6th anniversary Q&A. Thank you so much for staying with us for these past 6 years, and we hope that you stick around for many more to come. Thank you again to everyone that sent in questions. Stay safe, everyone. We hope to see you again soon. Bye!